There are many ways that technology can help us learn language, but you can't use them if you don't know about them. So today I want to share 5 of my favorite tech tools that you probably already have that can help you learn English. First, subtitles. I'm guessing you probably already know that you can turn on subtitles on YouTube, but if you don't, just press the little CC button. By the way, CC stands for closed captioning. Captions and subtitles are the same thing. Did you know you can also change the language of your subtitles if it is available on that video? If you're watching YouTube on your phone, just click on the 3 little dots in the top right corner of your screen. If you're watching on a computer, then click on the little gear icon. Next, go to Captions. There, you will be able to see all of the languages that are available. We always upload our videos with English and traditional Chinese subtitles. By the way, if you'd like to help us make our videos available in another language, please get in touch with us. All right, that was pretty easy for subtitles. Let's take it to the next level. If you use Chrome as your web browser, did you know that you can get subtitles on any audio or video you play in the browser, whether it already has subtitles or not? To get them, first open up your browser's settings, then go down to Advanced, and then click on Accessibility. The top option should be for live caption. Go ahead and enable that. Then, the next time you're playing any audio or video, click on the little media menu in the top right corner of your browser. Turn on the live captions, and you're all set to go.
At the end of the day, I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I'd rather remove myself from this situation. But
Okay, that's pretty cool. But the situation you probably really wish you had subtitles is in your next video call with English speakers. Am I right? Well, did you know that you can actually turn on live subtitles in Google Meet, some Microsoft Teams meetings, and Zoom calls? Now, whether they are available or not might depend on whether the host of the meeting has enabled them or not. I'll show you how to turn them on in Google Meet, and you can look up instructions for Microsoft Teams and Zoom. Hey, you busy?
Oh, not too bad. What's up?
Oh, I just wanted to show everyone how to turn on live subtitles in a meeting. So I'm gonna go down to the toolbar here and click on the little CC. And there we go, we have live captions.
Oh, really? I didn't know you can do live captions on these.
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
Wow, fantastic. You know, I've always been wondering if I could somehow watch Netflix during those super boring meetings. This is what I need. Now I can turn off my camera and my microphone, just turn on the captions, put on some Netflix, and just watch the captions with one of my eyes to make sure I follow the meeting. Thank you for sharing this with me.
Okay, hey, that's not what it was intended for. Remember, the subtitles might not be perfect, so you have to use your ears first, and then the subtitles are meant to be a backup or a support, okay?
Okay, I got it. All right, well, I gotta go for now. Later.
Okay, later? Well, time for our next tip. Here's something else about YouTube. Do you know how to change the speed of the video you're watching? You do it like this. First, go to the same place that you change the language for the subtitles. On the computer, it's the little gear icon. Then click on playback speed. Here, you can make the video either slower or faster. Playing it slower is great if you want to understand more. Playing it faster is good if you want to challenge yourself. Now, sometimes when playing the video at a slower speed, it might sound a little bit funny.
Tech world. This is the 93rd video that we're watching right here, which is...
So this is where I like to use a custom speed. Up in the top right of the menu, you can click on Custom, and then you can choose any speed that you want.
121 last year, so it'd be easy to get down on that, but this...
I like 0.8.
3 other channels.
Or 0.9. Those both sound a little bit more natural to me.
Video studio for it, and new episodes have continued to drop every single week.
All right, moving on to tool number 3. If you need help improving your English writing, Well, the first thing you need is a good English teacher. But after that, you should probably get a grammar checker. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. How about Grammarly, right? We've all seen the ads, and Grammarly works in so many different places. Your web browser, Microsoft Word, your phone. So easy answer, right? But not so fast. There's a dark horse approaching. Something that absolutely crushes Grammarly, in my opinion. Google. Specifically, the grammar checking that is built into Gmail, Google Docs, Sheets, and other Google services. I've tried Grammarly. I tested it out for several months, and eventually I removed it. As a professional English teacher and proofreader, I can tell you that I think I disagreed with its changes 10% of the time. However, Google's grammar is so good, it's scary. I have disagreed with Google's changes 3 times. No, that's not 3% of the time. I mean literally 3 times. So what makes them different? I mean, both of them claim to have AI systems that can understand the context of your writing to make the best changes. Well, I think the difference is that Google just has more experience creating AI technology. Plus, the amount of content that they can train their AI on is different. Grammarly claims that they have trained their AI on millions of English sentences, which is a lot. But if you compare that to the amount of content Google has access to, Google has trained theirs on billions of sentences. So if you're writing an email in Gmail or preparing a document in Google Docs, you're already in good hands. But if you're using another location to write, like Microsoft Word, I recommend just copying your writing into a Google Doc to let its grammar checker run over your text, and then just copy it back to the original location. All right, you're gonna like this next one. Some articles online have the option to listen to the article at the same time as you read it, or maybe instead of reading it.
With heating bills expected to increase by as much as 54% for some households this winter, many homeowners and renters are eager to find ways to reduce their energy consumption and save money on their heating bills.
Wouldn't it be great if all articles had that option? Well, guess what? You can with your device's text reader. Pretty much all computers have a text reader now. If you're using a Windows computer, you can find it under Settings, Ease of Access, and Narrator. If you're using a Mac computer like me, you can find it in System Preferences, Accessibility, and Spoken Content. On a Mac, you can even choose which voice you want to read to you, including British and Australian English. My favorite is the American Siri Voice 2. Now watch this. On my computer, I turned on the ability that I can select text and then hit a shortcut to start the reading. So if I go to this article and I select the text here, and then I hit Option, Escape.
With heating bills expected to increase by as much as 54% for some households this winter, many homeowners and renters are eager to find ways to reduce their energy consumption and save money on their heating bills. Fortunately, there are several easy ways to lower your energy usage.
As you can see, the reading is really natural.
Why, thank you.
All right, the last tip I want to share with you today is Google Translate, which you've probably used before, but have you used all the features? For example, what about the voice recognition? It's really useful when you can't figure out what someone is saying. And have you ever tried the instant translation feature? It's really crazy. It uses your phone's camera to create an AR experience where it will overlay the translation right over the picture from your phone. It works really great. But let's say that you don't want to keep holding your phone up, or you don't want to translate all of the text right in front of you. That's where you can switch it to scan mode, where you can take a picture and then select the text you want to translate. Pro tip, this is super useful for screenshots. Just use your phone or computer's ability to take a screen grab and then upload it to Google Translate. That one has saved me so many times. All right, those are the 5 tips I wanted to share with you today. However, here's a bonus. Have you ever used Google to search for the definition of a word? I'm sure you probably have. You might know that you can click on the little speaker to hear a pronunciation of the word.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Well, have you ever noticed the text below that says, learn to pronounce? If you click on that, it will open up Google's pronunciation tool. This is super cool. There's even a little picture of a mouth that can show you how to pronounce the word. You can even choose whether you want American English or British English.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
If you ever want to go directly to this page next time, just search how to pronounce and then the word you want to search. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you found this video useful. Which ones of these tricks were new to you? Which one do you think you will use the most? You can let us know in the comments section. I'll see you in the next video.